Checking in on the Guppy Tubs on August 2nd, 2022, where we're at a good 100 degrees here in Lincoln, Nebraska. Dew point probably about 67 to 70 degrees. Heat index 110. Very humid. So even trying to move some water, it doesn't really cool up that much. But so that's why I'm allowing the solar pumps kind of stopped, because they weren't seeing the sun anymore, because I put these umbrellas up to stop the direct sun. But honestly, it's the air temp that it's literally 100 degree air temp in the shade. Temperatures, that's not legit, that's not 91. So let's see, reading a little high because this thermometer's been in the sun, so I just gotta keep the thermometer out of the sun to get a good reading. Yeah, so it's definitely in the lower 80s when it comes to water. The water's not necessarily that temperature throughout. Usually the bottom of the water gets a little cooler as you go down. But I have been running a pump in here. Definitely warmer over here where the sun's kind of shining, so I want to make sure the sun's not going in here. But they don't seem to be laboring too much. Everybody seems to be alright, but definitely a keep them out of the sun type situation. This tub's getting a little warm too, as it sees sun hitting the side of it, which then warms up the rest of it. And the other ones, I kind of have them lined with a lot of plants, like against the sides, to buffer against the warm temps. And so that's what I probably should do in here, is get my floating plants or whatever that I'm trying to do, keep those against the edge, especially the side of the edge where we're getting a lot of the sun, and then absorb some of that heat. Or literally put some higher rising flowers or stuff here. In fact, I might put my grass. I got some tall grass I can put up like right here. Provide shade against that side, which I think is what's making it get a little hotter than the others. So these are running about 85, I think. That one's running about 85. That one's running pretty warm too over there. So fish don't seem to be labored. They're pretty fast and moving. These are guppies. These are guppies that have been exposed to 50 degree temps in the water, who have lived most of their life. Well, the older ones have lived in 68 to 69 degrees, and the youngest ones out here have been swinging from anywhere in the mid 60s to mid 80s, like today. The point is to try and keep the temperature below 90, and I think I can do that. So very active, very warm. And so it's just making sure they don't get too hot. I do add a little bit of water change here later in the day, right before, just to cool it off just a little bit so we can get some cooler temps in there. But I'm not too concerned with how hot it is. If you're usually going to get that hot, your concern is oxygen. And then we'll get the water moving again here in about an hour or two after I get those solar pumps going. But definitely a lot of activity, and then we'll see how it goes.